Welcome to my Fast and Furious 6 spoiler talk video. My review of the movie is up now, so check that out. This is just going to be talking about some specific things in the movie in no order at all. I just wrote these down as they came to me. If you have not seen the movie and you do not want to know what happens, please come back soon. Check out the movie in theaters May 24th. So let's begin. Riley working for Shaw. That's the big twist in the movie. I did not see that coming at all, as I mentioned in my review. Shaw was working with Braga, and I figured that Giselle would know that she would lend a little more to that storyline. But maybe she didn't know. It's all Brian's fault. He takes the blame for everything, finds out that putting Letty in with Braga, led to all of this. Letty's accident, the memory loss, I'm glad we got to see what really happened with her accident. I'm not sure if Phoenix told Braga what happened. He had to have. But it was interesting to see that. So Phoenix just left her for dead. And then, of course, she suffered from memory loss. That scene was very interesting. I'm going off my notes right now. Because it looked like Phoenix was going to shoot her, and then he hesitated a couple of times. But then he, shot the engine or whatever, some tank, and then her car blew up. Giselle's death, very dramatic. Now, I gotta say, I knew something like that was going to happen. It was either she was going to break up with Han, he was going to break up with her, or she was going to meet her fate in this movie. Because, as you know, we don't see her in Tokyo Drift. She's not even mentioned. But the death was done very tastefully. It's not like she just fell off the car. She saved Han's life, and I thought that was a very emotional moment when she met her doom. And you feel more for Han. So next time I watch Tokyo Drift, I'm going to think about that in the back of my mind. Han looks like he's finally going to Tokyo. Brian versus Braga and his thugs. I was looking forward to that scene. I remember seeing a clip of it in one of the featurettes. And, him stabbing Braga, very intense. And then beating up the thugs. I mean, Brian gets some good fights in this movie. The tank chase, convoy heist. Whew, do we even need to talk about that? That's something you just gotta watch. Talking about it isn't enough. I was very pleased with that. It's shot so well, never gets boring. The opening race, not quite a race, as I thought. A very clever way to get Brian and Dom to the hospital, or wherever that was, where they delivered the baby. The end fights, Dom and Hobbs versus Shaw and Claus, I think his name is. I think it was Claus. Those are very good fights. The fight at the Waterloo station with Jaw facing off against Han and Roman. It was a good fight. Not the best in the movie, but entertaining. The finale in LA. I like how they wrapped everything up, especially with Dom and Elena. They didn't just brush her off and be like... in the beginning of the movie, she said that if it were her husband that she found out was alive, she would do the same thing. But I'm glad that in the end, we still got to see her, and there's some good closure. The final song they played, it was a bit interesting. With the panning shot. I thought they'd go out with a little more style, but I guess it fits because it's emotional. Rita Ora's cameo. I don't think I've ever heard of this girl. I think she's a musician. I just bring her up because Rihanna was supposed to have that role, or was rumored to take that part. Full pardons until next time. When we saw that shot with the final one with Dom and Hobbs talking, I was like, aren't they supposed to be looking at each other when they're talking? I seriously thought that was like a blooper or something, or an outtake. I was like, who are these guys talking to? I think that could have been shot a little bit differently, but until next time. So, Hobbs, says he never thought he'd trust a criminal. But I like they keep it realistic, they work together, but they don't forget who they really are. Is everyone living in LA in the end? Or are they just having, a nice barbecue at the house? Are they all going to Tokyo? So at the end of Tokyo Drift, spoiler alert, within a spoiler video, we know that Dom goes there. I figured it was just to pay his respects to Han, but now with this whole Jason Statham character, what's his name? Ian Shaw. With his role in the movie Fast 7, I'm not sure if Dom's going to be working with DK, Sean, and Twinkie. If Dom's bringing his whole crew with him. Probably minus Brian and Mia, because they're done with all this. They just wanted to help him get Letty back. So yeah, that'll be interesting. When Dom jumps to save Letty, that was an amazing scene. And the tank flipped, and then he jumps to save her. And when he hit that car, I was like, oh, he's gonna feel that in the morning. Shaw's death, that was done very well. Goes flying out of the windshield. That'll teach you, kids. Buckle up. I like how this movie relates to Fast and Furious 4. Fast and Furious. If you haven't seen that movie, you'd probably want to watch it. Everything will make a lot more sense. Especially Braga's character. And yeah, it was nice to see everything come full circle in the end. I didn't think that Dom and Letty were going to get back together. And it's obvious that they didn't, really. He's starting with a different Letty, really, because she didn't get her memory back. She said, this feels like home, and that's a good start, but I think it was a bittersweet kind of ending. And it's nice that Elena's going back to work with Hobbs. I thought that was good, rather than just have her walking away, to who knows where. Anyways, that's my spoiler talk for Fast and Furious 6. Very pleased with this movie. Lots of twists and turns. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe for new videos. Leave some video responses. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day.